These 6 human needs are going to help you understand why you do what you do and why you don't do what you know you should do. Because we are fulfilling a need with that action or lack of action. What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the High Performance Method. And I just got married this weekend. I'm fired up, I'm excited, I'm super grateful, and I'm very humbled. And in this short video, we're gonna go over a couple of different key lessons that I've gotten so far in my relationship that has led me to be to where I'm at now. Because if you had met me or spoken to me a year ago today, my love for Lauren was there. The commitment, maybe. If you talked to me 2 to 3 years prior, the love, I thought love was there, but I realized now the love wasn't there. And the commitment wasn't even a possibility. So welcome back to the High Performance Method. I'm your certified high performance coach. And as always, thank you for taking your time to be here, because my commitment and my stand and my goal is to bring you an idea, some sort of tool, something that's going to help you and empower you and equip you to move into the next area of your life, whatever that means. Today, as I mentioned, I'm going to share with you how Lauren and I went from valleys. We were in a dark place in our relationship and ultimately getting into a peak, a place in which we're now fully connected, fully engaged, experiencing new things, enjoying even our imperfections. How can we do that? Is it possible for you to like the things that you don't like about your partner today? Could that be possible? What would life be like if you were able to accept the things that your partner does that you don't like him or her to do? Wouldn't that be quite the relationship to live? Now, as Lauren and I were going through our valleys in our relationship, look, Lauren and I, for some time, we needed to split up. We needed that distance. Distance lends perspective. We needed to step away from each other to get the perspective to see if we actually even wanted to be in a relationship moving forward or not. And luckily, here I am. We are in a beautiful relationship, and I could not be any more grateful and blessed. So let's check it out. When Lauren and I were going through our depths, we started to dive into different conversations about relationships. We started to learn about Esther Perel and infidelity and why we do what we do when it comes to that. We started to learn about Tony Robbins and the 6 human needs. These needs that start to move us to do things that we should or shouldn't do, but it's because we're meeting a particular need. We started to learn about love languages, the different kinds of love languages in which we all communicate. We started to learn, recently we started to learn about apology languages. And look, all of these different tools, these ideas, it needs to be intentional. These aren't the things that are taught in school. These aren't common knowledge. By no means is this common practice. Today, let's talk about the 6 human needs, because these 6 human needs, and these aren't wants, these are needs. If you are hungry, you need to eat. Simple. That's a need. These 6 human needs are going to help you understand why you do what you do and why you don't do what you know you should do. Because we are fulfilling a need with that action or lack of action. Now check it out. Number 1, the first human need is certainty. Now certainty, this is one of those things that you are certain that this is going to happen. If I do this, then this will happen. You can also start to substitute certainty for comfort. We usually do the same things over and over again because we're certain that it'll help us feel better. Example. Have you ever rented a movie that you've already watched? Or have you watched a movie multiple times? You're certain that you like it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching it. If you had a little bit of doubt, lack of certainty that the movie was good or that you enjoyed watching it, you wouldn't watch it. But the certainty in it had you watch a movie that you've already watched before. First human need. Number 2, this is where it starts to get into a paradox. Uncertainty. Now, this we can start to substitute with the word variety. These are the new things. These are doing things differently, starting to shift things up, spicing things up, as people like to say. Because, my friends, what becomes familiar gets contempt. And what that means is we start to take things for granted when we're doing something over and in a repetitive manner. We need variety. In the example of the movie, all right, you have certainty that you like it because you watched it before. and you have uncertainty that maybe you missed something, or maybe you've forgotten something. Maybe there's something there that you don't remember that if you watch, it's gonna hit you in a different way. Uncertainty or variety. Human need number 3, significance. And with significance, what this means is you know that you matter. Whatever you're doing right now brings you some sort of significance. The best way that I can think of this right now, and I'm not a father yet, but that sense of significance that fathers feel, that is a human need. Now, we will do things because it brings us significance. Now, it brings us significance for ourselves, it may bring significance for others, but when we start to take a look at our actions, how is this particular action fulfilling my need of significance? Number 4, love. Love and connection. That is one of the main human needs that we as humans experience and must feel. That is why we love to get together with people. That is why communities build. That is why even Facebook exists. Because there is a sense of love and connection. Now, the love through digital media, connection, but if you get together with people and you're connected and you're being with them, that is the human need that drives us as a society forward. That's why holidays are so prone and so focused on being in community, because we are craving. That is our instinctual way of being. That is our tribe from the past. Loving connection, number 4. Number 5, we're now diving into the final 2 that are really important, because these are the ones that are gonna bring you fulfillment in your life. The first 4 we can take a look at as being the survival needs. It's almost like those needs that if you don't have, you won't survive. So you'll do whatever you can in order for you to actually fulfill those needs. These last 2 bring out a different level of communication. These are more of fulfillment. The 5th human need is the need for contribution. And this is the need that you are going to bring to the world around you. You are, and look, this is where us humans, we're all very similar in this way. We all want to contribute one way or another. We all want to bring something to the people around us. A lot of what we do or don't do today is because it fills our need of contribution. How is what you're doing right now fulfilling that need for yourself? Or what you're not doing? Because again, it goes both ways. And finally, this is one of the reasons why humans are where we're at today as a species. The 6th human need is growth. If you are not growing, you are dying. There is no just staying still. If you're not growing, you're dying. That is something that we as humans, look, the personal development industry has skyrocketed in the past 50 years. There's now multiple coaches, there's now multiple online courses, all of this. Why? Because we as humans now know and understand, and most importantly, have the ability to access information that helps us grow. And in this growth, we start to understand ourselves deeper, and we start to understand the people around us in a different way. That's why the last 2 needs, contribution and growth, are all about fulfillment, because we realize that when we start to move into those 2 areas and we realize why we're doing what we're doing and how it relates to those needs, we now start to feel fulfilled. We now start to understand that life isn't just about us. Life is about us all together as a collective. So I invite you, as you're moving forward, take a look at those 6 needs. How are the actions that you're taking fulfilling those needs? How is the thing that you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing, how is that action fulfilling your need? How about the things you're not doing? How is the lack of action fulfilling one of those needs? When you start to really understand these needs for yourself as a human, you start to understand your actions and lack of actions. And just as important, you start to understand the people around you and their actions and lack of actions. And when you start to do that, you start to see a different level of connection with them, because you're no longer just blaming, pointing fingers. You understand, maybe they're doing that because that's fulfilling the need of significance. Or maybe they're doing that because it's fulfilling their need of love. Or maybe they're not doing that because it's fulfilling their need of uncertainty. You start to take a look at these different needs, and it starts to open up a different level of understanding yourself and the people around you, your partner. And these human needs, these 6 human needs, have been pivotal in Lawrence and I's relationship in order for us to get to where we're at today. If it wasn't for those 6 human needs, I'm telling you, I would not have made the commitment to say, yes, I choose you. Outside of feelings, outside of emotions, I would have not chosen that. Because I started to understand that a lot of what I was doing to fulfill one of the 6 needs. And again, it's not just the doing, it's the not doing. I was also not doing a lot because I was fulfilling one of my 6 needs with that. So I invite you, check out the 6 needs for yourself. Start to understand them deeper. Down below, I'm gonna put up a whole video, Tony Robbins, an hour and a half talking in depth about this. Highly recommend it. Watch it, listen to it, study it, because you'll start to understand yourself and the people around you in a way that is way beyond what you currently see. Thank you for watching, checking in, tuning in, and I hope that I trust that what you just heard today is gonna bring you and your relationships to a different level, different connection, a different level of being with them. If you found this information valuable in one way or another, pay it forward, share it with somebody, because that's what it's all about. We all grow together as one. Be well, guys. Take care, and God bless.